Let's practice sets by solving this code challenge. In this challenge, you will need to implement the function unique words that expects one parameter words. So words, an array of strings. This function should return a unique array of words. So for example, we have this initial array words, and in this case, if we call the function unique words, the function unique words should return only these words. So I, he, she, and it. But at the same time, you need to filter in the case-sensitive way. So for example, here in the array words, we see 2 times the word she, but it is written in a different case. So your function should anyway understand that this is the same word and it should preserve only one word she. But at the same time, you need to preserve the original case. So back to this example, you see that we preserved the first word she because earlier than the she with the upper E letter. And the final rule is that you must use set in this solution. All challenges that you can solve with set, you also can solve with array, but in this case, the solution with array will be not as efficient as the solution with set. So this is a pretty complex challenge because we have several rules, and at first, I would recommend you to solve this challenge without case sensitivity. So it means that instead of this array that returns only unique words, you will return all the unique words without taking into account the case. So literally, we see that both these words are different because they are written in a different case. And this is the reason why we preserve them. You need to remove duplicates only if both words are the same. So they use the same letters and they use the same case. Like for example here, we see 2 times word he in the uppercase, so we preserve only one word he. So try solving this simplified version first by using the advantage of the set. But now let's solve it together. At first I connected to the browser, so now in the console you can see the word undefined, and this is because this function returns nothing. For example, now I return the original array words, and now you see it in the console. Then, as I said, let's solve the simplified version of this challenge. So what we know about the set? Set preserves only unique values, and set is case insensitive. So it means that if we pass our array words to the set, it will treat both these values as 2 different ones. And this is because they have different case. At this point, this is exactly what we need. So let's create a new set. And now here we can pass one parameter, which is an array. And then let's return the set. So now in the console, if I expand this set, you will see that we actually have the right answer. So you see that we preserve all these words except the duplicated he word in the uppercase. But now the problem that we return the set, but we need to return an array. So it means that we need to convert back our set into the array. So at first, you may think that you need to create a new array and then you need to iterate through all the values from the set. So let's try to do it. I declare the result array, which is equal to empty array, and finally I want to return this result array. And then let's write a common for loop and let's try to iterate through our set. At first, this is important to use the property size because set doesn't have the property length. And then I'm trying to access the word by using the dynamical index I. But as we remember, we can't access values in the set by using this numerical index. So if I will try to log to the console the word, you will see undefined 7 times. So it means that common for loop doesn't work for sets, but there is actually a different kind of for loop that we can use for sets. It is called for of loop. So at first I make the copy of this for loop, so we will be able to compare them. And then I clear the second for loop, and now let's write it in a new way. At first, we need to declare the value that we want to get from our set. So we want to get the word, so let's here declare the const word. Then I need to write the keyword of, and then I can write set. And now let's log to the console this word. In the console you see 7 times undefined from the first for loop, and then you see that we have iterated through all the values by using our second for loop. So for of loop goes through all the values that we have inside of the set. So our set size is 7, and this is the reason why we have 7 iterations. Also you can use the same kind of for loop for arrays. So for example here, instead of set, I can write the initial array words, and you will see that it actually works, but in the console we see the word he 2 times. So sometimes we can use the for of loop as a shorthand instead of a common for loop. But now let's return back the set instead of words. And then instead of logging each word, let's push it to the result array. And now let's also remove the first for loop. And then you will see that this function works as expected. So now it returns only unique words, and this is case insensitive. If we write the same word in a new case, we preserve it. So, and as I said, this is a simplified version of this challenge because this kind of challenges are natural for the sets. But we actually want to filter words in the case sensitive way. So how to do it? If you need to write a code that will be case sensitive, at first you need to convert all items to just one case. For example, to the lowercase. So for example, here I write a new array words lowercase. That is just a lowercase version of the array of words. And here we clearly can see where we have duplicates. So for example, here I have 2 times word she, and then I have 2 times word it, and then I have 2 times word he. So for example, if we pass this array to the set, so here instead of words, imagine that you have words lowercase array. In this case, let's think what kind of result we will have. So you will find that the result array will contain only 4 words, I, he, she, it, and they all will be in the lowercase. So let's look again on what we want to get. From the initial array words, we want to get only 4 words, I, he, she, it, and they should preserve the original case. So the problem, if we pass the words lowercase to the set, that the result will also be in the lowercase. But how to preserve the original case? Now let's combine both these techniques. So we will store the words array in the lowercase, and we will use it for filtering, but for storing the results, we will use the original array. So let's go through an entire array words to understand how it should work. So the first word that I see is I, and then I want to convert it to the lowercase. But I don't want to mutate the original array words. I want to store it in a separate variable. So for that, I create a new variable word lowercase, and now it temporarily contains the lowercase value from the array. So then I will use this lowercase value and I will go to our words lowercase array, but instead of array, we will use set. And this is because set can automatically detect duplicates. Then we will ask from the set, do you have this lowercase value? Right now we see that set doesn't have any values. So then we will add the lowercase value to the set. And also, we'll go to the original array words, we will copy the original word, and then we will push it to the result array. Then let's go to the next word. So now I see the word he, I convert it to the lowercase, and then I go to our set, and now I see that we don't have this word in our set, so I can add it to our set. Then I can return back to the original array words. I will copy the original word and now I will push it to the result array. Let's go to the next word. So now we see the word she. I convert it to the lowercase. Again, I see that we don't have this word, so let's add it. Then let's add the original word to the results array. And now let's go to the next word. Now I see the same word she, but in a different case. But when I convert it to the lowercase, you see that this is the same as the previous word. But here, this variable doesn't preserve the history. So we need to go to our set and ask, have you seen this word before? Set answers that yes, we had this word before. So then we will skip this word. We will not add it to our array and we will not update the result array. So let's go to the next word. This is the word it. Then I convert it to the lowercase and then I see that we don't have this word in the set. So let's add this word to the set and then we add the original word to the result. Then we go to the next value. This is again the word it, but in a different case. So the lowercase value is the same. And then we see that we have duplicate in our set. So we just keep this word. Then we go to the word he. Now we convert it to the lowercase, but then we ask this word from the set. And you see that set preserves an entire history. So the second word was he, and set anyway says that yes, we have this word in the set. So we can go to the next word. And then you see that we have the same word. So we'll skip it as well. And this is how the result array will give us the exact result that we want. So now when you understand the the logic, let's try to implement the unique words function. But now let's implement it together. So at first, I will not pass the words lowercase to the set. Let's stay with an empty set. So in this case, you see that the result array is also empty. And now we will not iterate through an empty set. We will iterate through the original words. So the next step is to create a new variable word lowercase. But because this is a new cycle, instead of the keyword let, we can use the keyword const. And for converting it to the lowercase, we have a built-in function to lowercase. So then, instead of pushing it to the array, we need to check the set. Because if the word is in the set, we need to skip this value. So for checking it, we can use the set.has method. So .has method is much more efficient than includes method of the arrays. So, and as you remember, set always knows where this value contains. So it can immediately answer the question when we use the function has. And then I will ask the word in the lowercase. And if the set has this value, so if the result is true, in this case we need to skip this word. And if the result is false, in this case we need to add this word. So I will add the exclamation mark here, which means that let's go to the body of this if statement if this value is equal to false. You also can write in this way, but I will stay with a not operator. And then if we don't have this word, we need to add it to our set. And then we need to take the original word and add it to the result array. And then if you save this file, you will see that it returns the right answer. So today we learned how to actually use the set. Also, you know that you can iterate through a set by using the for of loop. And then we can use the .has method that immediately can find this value in the set. Thanks for watching.